Hey, I'm Mike Selinker from Lone Shark Games. This is Liz and Skylar with me, and we're going to show you Thornwatch. Thornwatch is our new game that we made with Penny Arcade. That is a game where you are the ghostly spirits of the Ironwood Forest.
The process of designing Thornwatch has been to take the role-playing game experience and boil it down into a board game that you can play in 30 minutes to an hour that captures everything you want in a role-playing game. But we wanted the story to feel special and very visual, so we designed the tiles that you move through to feel like you're moving through the panels of a comic book. It really evokes that quick storytelling, just gets people excited. And the momentum system, being sort of both initiative track and damage that everybody can clearly see, is a very visual way of expressing who's taking what turn and how dire any situation is. And it really brings a table of people together of all experience levels, from 8-year-olds to people who've been role-playing for 40 years, for that good old role-playing game tabletop feeling.
In Thornwatch, one player plays the judge. I'll be playing the judge of stars. You have several options in the game as to which judge you want to be. Liz and Skylar are playing two of the Thornwatch. Liz is the blade, Skylar is the sage. There are many other options that they may choose, but this is the ones they have chosen. They also have traits that make them unique, Thornwatch. Liz is dashing and reckless, while Skylar is both optimistic and bloodthirsty, yes. And they'll be rewarded for their roleplay during the game by getting extra dice on their rolls, because in Thornwatch, we bribe you to roleplay. So we'll be running a storyboard here called The Deep Crow's Nest, which is lavishly illustrated by Aviv Orr, one of the artists we have on the game. It's all under the direction of Mike Krahulik of Penny Arcade, one of the greatest artists I've ever met. It's got a nice story to it that the judge puts together, so he's got some pieces that he puts out, and I've put them out on the board according to this map arrangement. And then I have a set of win conditions and special abilities. So these two are playing the Thornwatch. Each of them has a deck of cards. Some of those cards are skill cards, these abilities right here, and others have powers on them that need to be fueled over the course of the game. I have some monsters, which are going to make their life difficult. I've got some ebb, which is my currency to make all my superpowers happen. And I got some wound cards I can give them. I can win the game either giving them all of the wound cards, which would be great, or my goal in this particular game is to create as many ebb spawn as possible. I want as many of them on the board, and if I get all of them on the board, I win. So they want to beat back my ebb spawn, my deep crow, who will come over moving rapidly around the board. You'll notice that we have some dice too, which are kind of weird. They've got these little blood drop symbols on them that indicate hits. And I've got the momentum track, which is kind of the heart of the game. Characters and the monsters all have a card out there, the momentum card. And each turn, I pick up all the cards, I shuffle them up, and I deal them out. The sage, the blade, the ebb spawn, and the deep crow. Then I look at my guys and see if any of them move, see if they have anything that needs to change it. Doesn't look like they do. And so now it's the sage's turn, and this will change every turn. So Skylar, why don't you take the first turn?
Sure. So for my turn, I'm going to slot my two cool action cards that I have. I think I'm going to power my blazing light and then discard the rest of my spirit cards because I don't have anything else I can do with them. I'm going to activate my blazing light and play this card down in the center here, making it so all enemies that roll attacks in this square roll one less.
So at the end of the sage's turn, I turn his card sideways, and now it's the ebb spawn's turn to act. Now I've got a pack monster here. All the ones on the board get to go. I would take the ebb spawn and I move it over. I roll some attack dice. They do some special things. Oh, 3 points of wounds to Skylar.
Rough.
Yeah, sorry. He has to discard some cards, and we'll get those back through his deck later. And they all go, they all do their thing, and then it is the blade's turn.
So, seeing the blazing light erupt around the deep crow's nest cast by the sage, I'm going to take my opportunity now, dashing recklessly through the ebb spawn that are surrounding us, hoping they do not notice, blinded by the light, and the deep crow will not see me coming. I dive straight into its nest. and pull forth from my cloak a blade that is sharp and ever pointed. Perfect for thrusting between the deep crow's feathers.
You probably want these.
I do want those. All right, so I rolled 2 dice, and I have a hit.
Okay, I rewarded Liz for being reckless, so she now has a bonus die if she wants it. Then I will move the ebb spawn down the track. And you got a couple of hits, right? So it's there. So if you hit the ebb spawn again, you're going to remove one of the ebb spawn from the board. Do you want to do anything else?
I do. So the hidden blade allows me to take another action. So I will pull both my daggers forth, and seeing the ebb spawn staggering backward, snicker snap off with its head.
Okay.
And this time, we'll see how it goes. Hit.
I'm going to prevent that damage.
Oh no. All right, well then I am going to go ahead and flip my reckless trait back over and add the red die, which is better than all the other dice because it's red. And deal 1 damage to it.
So Liz has destroyed my ebb spawn, but I got a lot more where that came from. And I think I can still win this. That's basically how a turn in Thornwatch works. There are tons more of these adventures that will allow you to play pretty much anything you want in the forest. We even have an expansion called Dark of the Wood, which introduces the corrupted characters and lots more stories. So come on, play Thornwatch with us anytime you find us. We'd love to have you play with us.